Number 11. Consider the equation. Which of the following possible first steps would prevent having to deal with fractions when solving the equation? I want to encourage you to be very, very careful with this type of problem, and I'm going to show you why. You have different choices here. In a multiple choice answer, when you only have one choice, one right choice, it's a little bit easier. But in this type of problem, you can have 1, 2, or 3 as your answer, or you can have 1 and 2, or all 3 can be correct. So with this type of problem, be extremely careful. And I'll show you what I mean. So let's take the equation 6x plus 7 equals 3x minus 5. My first option says to go ahead and combine the 6x and 3x terms. So to do that, I would have to subtract one of them from the other. And I like to subtract the smaller one. That avoids negative numbers usually. So that leaves me with 3x plus 7 equals negative 5. And then I would finish the problem so that I would get 3x equals negative 12, divide by 3, and x is negative 4. So that one is definitely a choice. That one avoids fractions. Here's the mistake that a lot of people make, especially on a time test. They think, oh, that answer's the right one, so I'll just pick A and I don't have to worry about the others. Usually that's true with multiple choice. But in this case, look at this. You have the 1, and the 1. So you have 3 choices that include that particular step. So you really can't just stop here. You have to go ahead and try the others. All right, let's see what happens to this equation at step 2 or option 2. So I have 6x plus 7 equals 3x minus 5. So what if I go ahead and combine the 7 and the 5? So I'll move the 7, and I'm left with 6x equals 3x minus 12. Then I'll move the 3x. No fraction so far. 3x equals negative 12. So I'm right back to where I was in that other problem. This one will work as well. So x is negative 4. That one is also a viable option. So you have to at least consider that. That number 2 is also a choice. And you see that you've got it in different equations or different options. So we need to check the third one and see what happens. But once I try to check the third one, you will see that it's really not a viable option. Because if you divide both sides by 6, you're going to be dividing by 6. And what have you just created there? You've created fractions. So this one is not one of your choices, but 1 and 2 are. So you would want to choose the option that includes both of those, and that is D, as in delta. I don't really like this question. To me, it's not really, it's just kind of dumb, in my opinion. But they don't care about my opinion. That's the question I was given, and therefore I had to answer it. But you want D as in Delta.